been waiting for BWA at the Beach, our pay-per-view event here in August of 2020. And tonight's show, you will see all the titles defended, including David Stone taking on A-Wall, the Aces taking on SVC You Later, and Niku taking on El Cazador Agudo, and the Dude taking on the Artist.
That's right, we have an event filled with great matchups tonight, and we're going to get started here soon enough from Virginia Beach.
This is Bobcat. We're once again joined by Owen Hunter, and we are going to get our show started off with a title match. No holds barred. The Artist, formerly known as DJ Beckage, taking on the Dude, Jacob, for the Steel City Championship.
That's right. DJ Beckage is really coming into this matchup with a huge chip on his shoulder. He's been taking to Twitter saying how if he gets the Dude one-on-one, that he's going to create some beautiful masterpieces and bring that shiny gold back into his gallery.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Classic Championship.
Here comes the Dude, and last month we saw the Dude and the Gambler take on the Artist for the Steel City Championship. I'm sorry I said it was the Dude. This is the Artist coming to the ring. They're taking on the Dude for the Steel City Championship. It was a triple match, third match before. DJ wasn't pinned, so he's looking to get the title that he feels he didn't lose at BWA Mania.
That's right, he did not lose. He did not take that pinfall, and I felt sorry for the guy. He worked his ass off. He did not take a pinfall, and the Gambler just laid on his back, and the Dude walked away with a victory. He's looking to regain that gold, and he's looking to take the fight to the Dude here tonight.
Now, the Dude does hold a significant size advantage over DJ, so it'll be interesting to see how he takes him on while still wearing that suit and ascot. And here comes the Steel City Champion, the Dude. Get a little dance on here. Give a little millennial dab here. Now, despite his lackadaisical look, I will once again tell you that he does not hold back in his matches. He's quite aggressive, and frankly, I think he's still holding a little something back, and he's been confident during this entire feud. It's almost as if he has an ace up his sleeve going into this matchup.
That's right, he wrestles with that slaw style. He slows everything down, and he uses his size and his power to his advantage. He's going to look to slow down a much faster competitor here tonight, use that slaw style, use that strength, and hopefully walk away still the Steel City Championship. That's what it's all about here. That Steel City Championship is going to be online right coming up. And we're going to get going with that action right now after they introduce the competitors.
Introducing the champion, residing in Hollywood, California, weighing in at 285 pounds. He is the Classic Champion, Dude Jacob.
Never seen a man wrestle so successfully in sunglasses. There goes the bell, and this match has begun. We have a start out here with DJ dodging a drop kick. Starting to set the pace early here. Nice swift hands being brought down by the dude. DJ has gone on and on about on Twitter demanding that there is no finer superstar in the BWA universe and no one is artistically skilled, and he is the renaissance man of the squared circle, so it's interesting to see how he can take those words and back them up here in the match, and so far it's not so good, but hey, he was at least able to duck out of a suplex there. And what's this? Who the heck is that?
I'm not quite sure who this guy is coming down to the ring. He's attacking the artist from outside the ring, throwing him back in. It looks like he's here to take some advantage and help out the dude. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This is a disgrace. You would think he's not even going to get a fair match up here.
You know, I talked earlier about that ace up his sleeve. It seemed like the dude had, and this is what we were talking about. At least this must be what we were talking about. And on top of that, DJ asked for a no-hold-barred match, and he's getting what he asked for. And now he's basically in a handicap match as this mammoth of a man is helping the dude.
It is going to be a handicap match from here on out. That no-hold-barred looks to be like it is becoming the detriment of the artist. And you know, it's a shame. You got a sloth of a man that is disgraced to this business holding that Steel City Championship gold. I just don't like seeing that. I hope the artist can find a way to come back in this matchup and take that championship away from that disgrace.
Well, it looks like the assistant has left the ringside area now, but is DJ going to be able to overcome that attack? Ooh, and it looks like DJ was just put up by the dude there.
You know, and that's something, you know, getting attacked by from behind and getting attacked by something you weren't expecting is going to take a lot out of you. And that is something that he will try to overcome here. The dude's trying to get some space here.
He put DJ up, and then he tried to set him up for the eviction, but it looks like brutal shot.
Oh, that post is solid wood, and those are unforgiving posts just getting thrown against that, and the barricades.
He takes a vicious hit off of that wooden barricade on that body slam on the barricade.
The dude's using that environment to his advantage, just pounding the artist outside the ring, just slamming against that apron and them walls and the posts.
It doesn't seem like the artist has been able to find his ground since the attack earlier. Another European uppercut there. And then just some vicious shots to the artist's back and face. You call it sloth style. I'd say you may even be able to call it cerebral, because he just takes it to a slow pace to just make sure every move counts, like a drunken master style. And it looks like the dude is going for the announce table here.
So that's what you got in these no-hold-barred matchups. You can use the environment, use the tables, use the ring as a weapon, use anything in this matchup to get an advantage. To see if that table comes into play here.
Nice fireman's carry slam there by DJ, and he's getting him up for another one. He rolled him over, and it's double fireman's carry. Two back-to-back fireman's carry slams. Let's see if DJ can finish it off. I know the dude is going to roll him back into the ring. Strong toss into the corner by the dude there. And there it is. That's the eviction. 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's the match.
DJ's not able to overcome that attack by that mystery man. I guess we'll have to figure out who that guy was. I don't have anything on my data sheet about that. Let's watch some of this action again there, Mr. Bobcat.
There we go. We see right there. That's one European uppercut. He likes to call the put up. see those his cerebral actions there, just beating down the back of DJ. And finally, we get the quick look at those double fireman carry slams, and then finally the eviction.
That eviction, that dangerous cutter just was enough to put the artist away, and the dude, the drunken sloth and master, is still our Steel City champion.
Yeah, and I gotta tell you, I bet you that the dude knows who his accomplice was. I don't think this was out of nowhere. He knew this was coming.
And that's all part of the game plan. He goaded DJ into challenging him for a no-holds-barred match and use it to his advantage. We're going to move along here with our next matchup, and that's going to be for the BWA Light Heavyweight Championship.
Yep, Cazador Agudo losing some weight recently, winning a #1 contendership match, and getting his shot at our BWA Championship. You've taken some time recently to speak with El Cazador. Tell us a little more about him.
So, El Cazador, he's just a guy. He grew up in the backwoods in Mexico, and he's a hunter, and he's taken that style to his in-ring career. He said that he's a hunter and of nature. He picks people apart, and he finds a weakness, and he attacks it. And he said, he found new hope in his career moving down to this lightweight division. And he even told me that, King Niku, he's not a deserving champion. He got handpicked by Rowdy Robbie to just be the champion. He didn't have to earn that victory. El Cazador said he's earned everything in his career, and he's looking to pick apart the King here tonight.
Cazador was not a guy who was taken extremely serious when he came out to the scene. A couple quick wins, tried to form a team with A-Wall, tried to form a team with Stolen the Slam, just couldn't find any momentum. So it's good to see him, after losing the weight and joining the lightweight division, be able to get a little momentum behind him. Let's see how that goes tonight when he takes on the King. King Niku, the partner of Rowdy Robbie, that other member of the anti-BWA part of the Chaos Crew faction.
So that's right, and that just goes back to what El Cazador was talking to me about. He just said, handpicked, always been in the shadows of Rowdy Robbie, and he's looking just to prove that he's nothing but an afterthought, nothing but a lackey, and that he's just going to go out and attack and get this quick and easy victory, is what he was saying. Just straight confidence from El Cazador.
Now this Niku is not a man to be trifled with, but it's my understanding that he just believes he's on a streak of bad luck. He has won matches before. This is not, he may have been, quote, hand-picked, and he, was, Rowdy Robbie stood at the bottom of that ladder when he climbed up and grabbed the title. But he has found success in the past, This is his second reign as light heavyweight champion. It wasn't a particularly long reign before, but he held it for 90 days. He lost to the Little Ace. Had 4 title defenses. So he can hold his own. He's just a little down on his luck. So I'm curious to see what he will do here tonight.
And that is true. He did have that first reign, and people said the same thing about him before. Non-deserving champion, just a lackey, somebody who can't hold his own. But he did prove that he could hold his own for a while. But he's got a tough matchup here tonight. So let's get to it, and let's go down to
our ring announcer
for the introductions.
Introducing the challenger from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, weighing in at 205 pounds, El Jefe Hunter. Introducing the champion from India, weighing in at 155 pounds, he is the light heavyweight champion, King Niku.
He's defended it before. Let's see if Niku can defend it again here tonight. And the newcomer to the division, El Cazador Agudo. Agudo actually specializes in some, maybe not Lucha Libre style as he's bouncing all over the ring, but he's got the Lucha Libre suplexes and that style. So let's see how that affects him. Niku flies out the gate trying to get into El Cazador. Let's see what he's going to do here. He throws Cazador into the ropes, ducks underneath the real quick run. He goes to hit for a miss, and he misses. Cazador flips him over, chokes him down on that middle rope.
What a great reversal. That just takes a lot out of somebody. Them ropes are just cable wrapped in tape.
Kaz gets Irish up to the outside. Niku throws him and gets him with the shoulder block there.
Luckily, we're on the beach in that sand and not hard flooring, so that probably took away from some of the fall.
He jumps and hits him with a nice elbow, top of the elbow on the head there. Irish whip back into the ring by Niku. Niku jump, springboard, diving drop kick there by Niku. And Kaz just looks like he's still a little bit shell-shocked here at the beginning of this match, but I gotta tell you, it could have been worse. So let's see how this goes, see if he can turn it around.
So Niku's definitely using that speed advantage. Like we talked about earlier, El Cazador is more of a power kind of strong-styling Lucha Libre compared
what
to...
do we have here? Wait. You gotta be kidding me. It's Rowdy Robbie.
Coming out here to support his lackey. What a disgrace. He can't even let his friend fight for himself. I'm just very disappointed in this whole division just being whatever Rowdy Robbie wants it to be. It's definitely a disgrace to our company, and it's a disgrace to this division that can be so much more.
Unfortunately, Rowdy Robbie, only a distraction at this point. He came out, like you said, to support Niku, to support his partner. But let's see what happens next. Niku with a quick European uppercut there. Kaz is still, he finally gets some offense off, and then Rowdy Robbie shows up. And Niku is still back in the driver's seat.
So Rowdy Robbie is definitely someone that he's going to have to try to pay attention to, and that's something that's hard to do in these matchups, but pay attention to not only your opponent in the ring, but the guy on the outside.
We saw a nice Power Man slam on the top of the wooden barricade there by Kaz, still trying to get his feet back under him. And Kaz is going to take Niku and he's going to give him a swift shot there to the apron.
Calculating and working on Niku's head, it looks like here. A couple pounds against the apron and throwing it back into the ring here.
But Kaz is going up to the top rope and he misses an elbow drop. Niku with the arm drag there. So a couple quick punches and then Kaz fights back, but Niku dodges his own with a quick knee. Kaz throws a nice chop in the corner. And then Niku's going to go throw him to the other corner and make a nice shot of his own. He dodged by Cazador. And Cazador looking for a quick death drop there.
Those are the kind of things that I expect from Kaz. He's a guy who just, waits and picks his moments. Found a great reversal, and he's setting him up here for something big.
Rolling cutter there by Kaz. Let's see what he can do here. He's
setting him up. Going for that killing shot here.
Oh! Knee! Quick knee to the head there by Kaz. Rolling him over. Flips him over. Nice on the knee breaker there.
Just picking them apart, and that's something that I was talking about earlier with Kaz. He picks people apart and hunts for a weakness, just going after each little part of King Niku here.
Quick Hurricanrana there by Cazador. He's just back in the driver's seat. He's not letting it go. We got a quick pinfall. That's a 1 count. That's, oh, not quite 2. Quick moonsault there by Kaz, but he just misses. Nice little scoop slam there by Kaz. He's got Niku on the ropes.
What are we going to see? How is Niku going to react if he loses this matchup? Coming in and he loses a matchup in his first defense on a guy who, you know, has been getting a lot of grief for how he won the championship.
Flying knee drop there by Niku, and it'll be funny to see how he reacts, where his career goes from that, if that's the case. Kaz, you know, this is only his 2nd or 3rd match in the division, so he's still got his sea legs to get. So if Niku can't win here, did he really deserve this title run at all? I guess we'll find out. And then we see nice flying leg drop there by Kaz. Kaz is going for the kill again here. The Hunter looking to finish this thing off. It's 1.
So trademark here to that Mexican style.
3 amigos.
The 3 amigos. Let's watch that again. 3 amigos. Just a great move of his heritage, and very proud of where he comes from, and just showing that, you know, he's gonna do whatever it takes. Let's quick pinfall.
Oh man, I could have sworn that was 3. I can't believe he got out of that.
Kaz thought that was 3. He's pumping up the crowd here, getting ready. He's going for another big shot here.
Here comes some swift kicks by Niku. Kick. Oh. Chop. Niku. Running knee driver. Oh my goodness.
Let's watch that one again. Big knee driver here. What a shot.
Let's see if it up. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! I'm sorry. That was a 2.
I can't believe Agudo kicked out of that, but man, he's gonna come back and try to get a fight of going back up here and see if he can. Oh, big submission hold.
Can Kaz hold on? Can Kaz hold on? Niku's holding on tight at the code of silence. It's so close. Is he giving up? Has he really given up?
I don't know if he's not gonna go on out of fight. He's gonna try to break out of this and see if he can get out.
Oh, Niku lets him go.
Let him go. Maybe he's trying to set something else up here. I don't know why he let go of that submission hold. It looks like he had him beat.
Oh, looky here. The assist by Rowdy Robbie. Just perfectly timed. Neither the men connect the double axe handle. Another double axe handle. Good drive into the corner there. Whoa, Niku! And time for some more kicks. Niku found his momentum, and then with the help from his buddy, just keep that momentum on his side.
Yeah, and that's something.
Oh, what a kick.
Does have them strong kicks, and he does know actually how to bring a fight to the person, and he's
1,
here, he can go for the
2,
victory.
3, that's it.
That's it. Kaz could just not keep up, and, you know, Rowdy Robbie, I think, was the difference maker. He came out, supported his friend. You know, can't let Niku win on his own. That's not going to help with the credibility of this title reign, but however, Niku did defend the championship, Rowdy Robbie or not, he is still our champion. Let's watch some of those actions again.
We saw the Hunter become the Hunted tonight, as we see a couple of these highlights at the end of that 3 amigos that Kaz got off, and then here's that code of silence and Niku let go suddenly. I wonder if Rowdy Robbie gave him some form of directive there. Oh, look at the best buddies share a hug as Niku defends his title here tonight.
Niku does defend his title. I don't know if that's going to be the last we see of Cazador. You know, it was a great matchup. He had to fight off Niku in the ring, but also had to worry about Rowdy Robbie on the outside. Let's see if he comes back. But as we said, still champion, King Niku. Now we have the Aces versus the Assassins.
Yep, the Aces, former BWA Tag Team Champions, looking to get the title back. They were able to become #1 contenders after the sudden disappearance of the original champions, Lightning and Tsunami, and the Powers of Pain, Crazy Clown and Generalized, both inactive this last month after losing to SVC You Later at BWA Mania 4. So the Aces looking to get the titles back to the Aces as a group. These guys, basically they're like family, as I've been told. They don't resemble anybody from any other company at all. They definitely aren't someone else in masks. But the two of them, with Ace of the Game, formed the Aces. They've been here since BWA's creation, and they're looking to get, like I said, to get the tag titles back.
You got Little Ace in the club here of the Aces, taking on another faction of sorts on the SVC You Later. You know, this is interesting to see. With, you know, teamwork that's been around for a while. It's going to be an interesting matchup to see here.
Actually, so I'm looking at my record book again, and it actually appears that the Aces were never BWA Tag Team Champions. So this is actually kind of a milestone for them to see if they can pull it off and actually finally win those tag titles. I know Lil Ace has had his fair share of success as a group, as a champion, and with, the club has had his fair part of success as a Steel City champion. But let's see if they can win the tag titles tonight. And you see the lights are dimmed. Everybody's got their phones out. And here comes the members of SVC You Later. It's Ganj and it's Breen.
Yeah, that's right. You know, these guys, you know, they joined together with fellow friend from the college, Badass, and they formed a trio and have a new attitude in Breen for sure. Definitely a different attitude we've seen from him, you know, lately with this new group, and Ganj bringing his martial arts experience into the matter. And, you know, the group's just been doing very well. Retired the Icon, it seems. The Icon has not been seen since his loss to the Badass in BWA Mania, and the whole faction ran away with some gold, or with some success. These guys getting gold at BWA Mania, they were the underthought, they were the underdogs in that matchup. Nobody really thought they were going to be the ones to walk those championships. But here they are, the new tag team champions, coming to make their first defense against a very strong team in the Aces.
But they're also influential. They were able to bring over Stuart Hall, no longer the dog man. Stuart Hall, no longer going to be the stereotype. Rejoined his friends, SVC You Later. And now they see what the group does here. You recently got to meet with these guys. We can talk about this more when the match starts. But you said you got to meet with these guys at their compound. They called themselves Assassins. But first, let's take it down to a ring announcer and get this match introduced.
The Claw, Little Ace, on the way to the ring. At a combined weight of 405 pounds, The Claw and Little Ace, the club. The Claw, Little Ace, and their opponents. At a combined weight of 390 pounds, they are the champions, the Assassin, and the super athlete, Patrick, the Assassins.
This is actually their second run as tag team champions before they joined Badass. They were once before, they wore green, let fly eagles fly, but now as members of the Assassins, this is their second title run. So let's see how this goes here. A nice swift kick there by Ganj, trying to up the pace here against the slower opponent in the club. Nice outside there, dive there. So I want to get back to that conversation I was trying to start before the ring announcer got going. You recently tried to go to the SVCU compound and learned a little bit more about why they are considering themselves assassins.
So that's right. I did get to go to the compound and the ranch of sorts that they have there, and I originally was not able to get a hold of them. They have the whole compound blocked off, and when I finally did get a reach of them, Stewart or Hall, the muscle of sorts, came to the door and was pretty much weighing me out, and then I finally got in and I got to talk to the group as a whole, and they said they consider themselves not just college friends but assassins, and they said they're assassins because they're always planning, always talking about their next move. They have diagrams throughout the whole compound of different ideas of how to move together as a group, and they didn't really want to tell me a whole lot. They just kept saying, watch and see, we got a plan, and we'll come when you least expect it. So, in simple words, they'll come when you least expect it, and they're going to try to hold on to their championships here tonight.
And let's see, we missed a couple nice dives there as they took the pace out quick against the club, but the club be able to get it back in the ring and luckily tagging out to his partner Little Ace, who can handle that pace a little better. Little Ace here just did a nice toss on the Ganj. The Aces consider themselves a gang in their own right, and they're looking to move forward. They found success. Ace of the game was BWA champion. The club was Steel City champion. Lil Ace, BWA lightweight champion. In fact, he has the second longest reign with that title. So it'll be interesting to see if they can now join this tag division and be successful. And it may be a little bit easier than they thought now that there has been the sudden disappearance of the original champions in the Powers of Pain.
That's great. The tag division has definitely made a turn as of late. Like you said, the original champions, guys that have been around, they're called the original champions because both Tsunami and Lightning helped make this business, and they just kind of took a hiatus after a while. And then it's weird that we have not seen anything of Crazy Clown and General Ice lately either.
Crazy Clown, General Ice, let's see if they're hot tag there, but it's quickly knocked back down by Ganj. Yeah, Crazy Clown, General Ice disappeared after losing their tag team championships to SVC You Later. And then original champions Lightning and Tsunami, first one BWA champion, over 500 days for Tsunami. Then the guy who defeated him, Lightning, the second BWA champion, they joined forces after failing to find success as singles competitors once again, and then looking for to find new heights and expand their careers. Nice quick moonsault there by Ganj. So Ganj is going to take Patrick into the corner here. He's going to get thrown back in the corner. Ooh, vicious shoulder block there by the club. And then, oh, what a deep six!
That is a great move there. Let's see that one again. One of my favorite ones to watch.
Get a quick pin here. 1, 2. Breen unable to get back into the ring in time to keep this thing going in that team's direction. Ganj taking a little quick moment to reflect in his success so far. He's going to pick up the club here. Let's see what he has to get back from there. First is a nice drop kick. Another drop kick. Ducking under the rope and a nice diving cross body. Breen's calling for the tag in the corner. What does he call this one there, Owen?
I'm not quite sure what he calls that one, but it sure is fancy. I don't know if that's Dragon Roll or what he calls that one.
Looks like a Dragon Roll if I've ever seen one. And they take Ganj back to their home corner, the Aces do, and now we're gonna see some boots coming down. First the boots from the club, now the boots from the Ace, and these two keep tagging in and out and in and out.
And there's a two thing that the Aces do very well. They keep someone in their corner and they just keep doing a lot of quick tags, a lot of kicks, and just slow somebody down. And that's something you got to do against someone like Ganj. You got to slow him down. You got some of the strongest kicks that I've seen. And whoa, quick break, someone right down. All four men in the ring. Chaos is about to break through.
Indeed, it looks like Breen's going to the corner. He's getting the patented SVC, the patent BW Aces. Oh, he just doesn't know it. He thought he'd get away with it. The ref got up a little quicker than Breen was ready for, and the match is going to continue as normal, as if the ref had never fallen down in the first place.
They tried to get away from something. Maybe that was part of their game plan. Just couldn't execute it fast enough. This ref was able to get up quickly, and everyone's surprised. These refs are usually pretty fragile. Oh, what a good team move there.
We saw a nice snapmare high kick combination by Breen and Ganj. We see a little basement drop kick there by Lil Ace. Lil Ace goes for the big boot, and it's dodged by Breen. But Breen's move is dodged in his own right. Another dodge of the big boot, and a nice flapjack there by Breen. Breen's taking it to it, and it's a nice full Nelson slam there by Breen, excuse me. One. And kick out at one there by Lil Ace. Lil Ace taking a little bit of damage here, but maybe not too much damage. That one move like a full Nelson slam would take him out of it. A couple swift punches there by Breen as he gets his cane going. He Irish up to the corner. Oh, vicious teamwork action there.
And that's just picking their spot. That is great tag team wrestling there. Using that corner to their advantage. Just keeping Little Ace isolated over there. What are we going to see here with another big tag team move?
Looks like they're setting up for an assassination there.
The old-fashioned assassination high-low attack. It looks like this one's going to be over. Or he's pulling the.
Looks like Ganj was not done dealing damage there, and he wants a little bit more from Lil Ace here. Quick body slam there by Ganj.
You think they're just adding a little insult to injury? They feel like they have Lil Ace exactly where they want him, and they're just not done just picking him apart and just trying to put a hurt on him.
I think it just speaks to the viciousness that is this team. What a nice kick there by Ganj. Just showing off. That's exactly what it is. Just a little added insult and injury. These guys are next level. They call themselves assassins for a reason. They weren't done with one assassination. I think they want two. But let's see what he has here. Here comes that dragon roll once again.
You know, I think they're also just trying to send a message to the Aces as a whole. It seems like these groups have just been at ends lately. Badass is having his issues with Ace, and we got a pinfall here.
Breen was able to get home, called off that corner, and SVC You Later will remain your BWA Tag Team Champions.
That's right. Let's see some of this action again. It just a lot of calculated moves and just viciousness from SVC You Later. But there is this nice tag moves here from the Aces.
The Aces were never able to truly get in sync outside of that moment. Here's that full Nelson face buster there.
And this is really where the match turned, in my opinion. They just kept Little Ace isolated, just kept taking the attack to him, just viciously attacking him and beating him down.
There's that assassination once again.
That is just a deadly move, and Ganj here just adding the insult to injury again. They're just straight up viciousness, in my opinion.
Here are your
So the
winners,
SVCU
and
Later
still the
Aces, Assassins were able to get the victory here, and will their leader be able to do the same thing later on tonight as he takes on Badass?
Badass Edwards does go ahead and take on the Ace later tonight. I think this was just the beginning, and just one message sent to the Aces saying they are the better unit, and they are the assassins, and they're ready to make the kill, and they are inevitable.
Before we move on to that, we got a little positioning here in the tag division. We have Vicious and Delicious. That's Frosty and King Niku. We got 4 people from the Woo faction. We got Woo Zoo and Bill the Bull and Shark. And then there is the old-timey team, Fedorka with Rittelmann for Woo. And then it's Just Dance, the new combination, now that Dancin Lancin was left behind. It is Dancin Lancin with TNT, the dancingest hands you'll ever see, as Dancin Lancin has put it.
That's right. We're going to see pretty big matchup here in the tag division. Get some gain and see who might be the next contenders for the Assassins that just defended their titles against the Aces. The Aces are probably going to have to get back in line to whoever wins this matchup here.
What's interesting about this matchup tonight is we have Dancin Lancin and we have Vanilla Frosty, both BWA originals. They were part of that first group of
making his way to the ring.
15 guys that started on the show. And then they both have 2 guys that would join the company shortly after in TNT and Nik-Flurry. Nik-Flurry joined for the first BWA Rumble, and then TNT came after just the beginning of the second year. And then, of course, we have the 4 members of Woo, who came as part of the Waynesburg invasion after Bobcat came back from an injury and attempted to retake over the show. Oh, Bobcat being me, of course. I'm reading from the script.
Yeah, you're just tooting your own horn. You just like hearing yourself say your name out loud. We know you by now.
Things have changed. I've distanced myself from Woo. I'm taking my shots back as the BWA president, and then here as the taking over commentary duty as Brian returns to in-ring action. In fact, we'll see him later tonight. But first, we saw the first person to come to the ring was Bill the Bull. He's going to be teaming up with the Shark, who is making his way to the ring now. These guys are former BWA Tag Team Champions. They became Tag Team Champions by beating ESPN once upon a time during that Waynesburg invasion. They would lose those titles at BWA Mania 3 shortly before the brand split. And they have the 3rd longest reign with 118 days. So these guys are a high-functioning team, and they will probably be effective here tonight, especially considering they have 2 of their allies in the match against them in this Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag match.
Yeah, and that's a good point. That is something that I wanted to point out that, I think the 4 members of this tight-knit group is going to come out and work together, at least for a little bit, and make it, a friendly competition, not really have to worry about them other tag teams, and, make sure a member of that Woo faction comes out with a big victory here.
Woo looking to gain ground. They have gone relatively quiet since the Woo invasion ended, and they're looking to get back on track as Shark is taking his good old time in the ring here.
And that's something we've mentioned before about Shark, is he's a little different than these guys. He loves the attention, he loves having the crowd on his side, he loves hearing the crowd yell Shark Attack when he does whatever he's doing on the ropes here. But, like you said, Bill and Shark, they are the Woo Zoo, Bill the Bull and the Shark Attack, and they're going to look to get back on top of that tag division where they once were. and we'll just see what happens here tonight.
The next team coming to the ring here, going to be Accord.
They're taking their sweet time coming out, whoever it is.
Well, you know why they're taking their sweet time? Because they gotta look pretty. And it is Dancin Lancin with his tag team partner Theo and Thompson. That's right, TNT.
Would you say he's dynamite?
You could certainly say that. You could also certainly say that his fists are explosive. After all, this guy is a former boxer now turned wrestler. He teamed with Dancin Lancin. Dancin Lancin, we already talked about, the fun-loving BWA original who's not afraid to cut some corners to get some wins. Dancin Lancin, the first BWA Steel City champion.
That is correct. He is the first BWA Steel City champion. BWA original, like you said. Guy who helped pave this company for all of us. One of the more light-hearted guys. He's kind of an asshole in the ring. Cuts corners, like you said. Uses his cheap shots. The first time I saw these team together, they actually got disqualified. TNT threw Dancin Lancin some brass knuckles. They used them and got disqualified.
Yep, couldn't pull the match off, so they tried to cut a corner and they got caught. So that's what that team had to deal with. Just Dance, remind everyone, used to be Dancin Lancin with Stuart Hall, but then Stuart Hall joined SVC You Later, and that's when Dancin Lancin picked up Theo and Thompson. Now coming to the...
That's right. These two guys, they've always kind of been friends. They all like the party, like the nightlife, just like these dancing delicious fools here, like the party. That's how both teams kind of came together. They knew each other from outside of the ring, and they decided to join forces. Both teams have that in common. Both of them like the party, like the dance. They have that in common. You'd think these guys would be friends, but not really. They both go their separate ways, do their separate things. Like you said, we have another BWA original here in Vanilla Frosty with his good friend Nik-Flurry, and we're going to see how these guys do tonight, and this is going to be a great matchup.
Vanilla Frosty, more of a jobber for us, to be honest, for a very long time until Rowdy Robbie pulled the best out of him earlier here in 2020 while he was the BWA champion. Tried to get Frosty a couple shots. Frosty never able to take advantage of those shots, but he did turn around and he had a quick reign as the Steel City champion. So now he's reuniting with his buddy. Nik-Flurry does not show up on our BWA broadcasts very often, so he's bringing his buddy back, and they're going to take their shot in the tag division. So coming down to the ring next is the team of old school friends, Fedorka and Rittelmann.
And at a combined weight of
Friends since high school, roommates in college. The mouthpiece for Fedorka is the coach Rittelmann, who's actually appears to be more in his coaching guitar than his wrestling guitar here tonight. It looks like he plans to let Fedorka do most of the work. Does he know that this is a fatal four-way?
So, Rittelmann's just a guy that just likes to talk and likes to do his own thing. Maybe he, likes his tag team matchups, only has to get in there enough to give his big buddy a break. And, this team has had some success, and this team is, like you said, the original tag team of the Woo, and two guys that just know how to do it, and they are very good tag team wrestlers.
Actually, so the Woo-Zoo is actually the main tag team. Fedorka was first challenged Crazy Clown, and that was at the very start of the Woo invasion. And the two of these two still looking to gain their ground. Rittelmann once upon a time was the Woo champion until he lost it to Sam Gates Jr. EWA Sam Gates Jr., who turned it into a hardcore title and took it with him to BWA. And this match is underway, and I gotta tell you folks, it's gonna be a little bit of chaos, so we'll call it like we can see it. In the meantime, let me give you the quick update. We have Rittelmann going after Bill. I guess too many fat jokes, and the Woo's gonna self-implode here at the start of this match.
Yeah, you know, I think the running joke with those guys is that Rittelmann doesn't have a neck. Is that what the joke is?
I believe Rittelmann said that Bill doesn't have a neck, but I don't know why that would make Rittelmann the aggressor, but nevertheless, he's going after Bill here to start the match in a vicious clothesline by Bill.
Yeah, I don't know those inside jokes as much as you do, but I don't know. I guess these guys just like to beat each other up. I don't know.
I don't think they're playing smart right now, but what is smart is that headlock that Fedorka had on TNT, trying to get this thing done with quick. Dancin Lancin with a quick power driver there to Fedorka. Rittelmann throws TNT in the corner to get a sharp elbow, and we got some dancing fists here from TNT.
Yeah, some dancing fists, some nice chops, and I don't know who's got the advantage of this match. It actually looks like Just Dance is starting to take advantage here.
So there was that the big boot there by Vanilla Frosty, and we got the ring clear. Everybody's on the outside with the exception of Frosty.
Well, you have to win the matchup in the ring, so somebody's got to eventually make their way back in there.
Frosty just dropped Dancin Lancin on the steel table, steel stairs there. We're going to see a nice reversal over here to Rittelmann. But again, he tried to do a pin, but TNT did, but they're outside the ring.
So let me just go back and talk about the Assassins for a minute. You know, I don't know if any of these teams have what it takes to move up in the tag team division to fight those guys. And they had a very impressive win over one of the best teams in pretty much BWA in the Aces. It'll be interesting to see if any of these teams have what it takes to take the championship off of those guys.
What's more important is they won the championship in a match like this. It was a fatal four-way tag team match. And so it'll be interesting to see, you know, how a team like this... I'm sorry to laugh. Bill was setting up for a perfect spear on Nik-Flurry, only to get punched in the face by his buddy. And now he's going to have an avalanche arm drag off the top rope from Fedorka to Bill. What are you guys doing?
I know you're laughing at these guys in here, but, you know, a match like this, you got to pick your timing. You know, you found a weakness, and you actually...
Fedorka cutter.
Oh!
Fedorka going for the pin on Bill, and everybody that was in the ring tries to break it up. Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm overlooking that. This is every man for themselves. You know, Fedorka not finding success as a single skip. Oh, dangerous basement drop kick by Rittelmann of all people there to TNT. Fedorka not finding success as a singles competitor. Maybe looking to find some success as a tag competitor. So I agree. You are correct. I just find it a little silly that, you know, we can all be from the same faction and go after each other in a match that's such important for gaining ground in the division.
You know, and that just goes back to it being a tag division. You know, each team doesn't want to lose. They want to be the team in the faction to go on and get tag gold. They don't want to sit back and watch from the sidelines. They want, you know, try to pick a weakness, and, you know, Fedorka saw one in Bill at that point, and Rittelmann apparently sees something against Bill as well.
And actually, we missed an impressive feat of strength there. We saw Bill mix him over the head presses with Rittelmann. So while you were talking, so it's quite. This has gone past friendship here. These guys are getting vicious, and we see a nice diving headbutt there by Nik-Flurry. We got a pinfall.
Nik-Flurry got short in the ring all by himself. Oh. This match alive with that kick out. Oh, and the ref's down. Not that it matters, but this match is already chaotic as it is.
More overhead presses by Bill to Fedorka there. A little bit of revenge there, being able to over the head press both members of Wu.
You know, Bill is a fitness trainer, training with a Y. You know, showing that his impressive strength with his training regimen.
And now Wu is too busy taking themselves out here. So let's focus back into the ring. Let's just see a nice sidewalk slam by Vanilla Frosty, who seems to be on a little bit of a roll against Dancin Lancin. And he tosses Lancin to the outside there. Nice punch. What do we have here from Vanilla Frosty? Looks like a superplex back into the ring. Off the ropes there by Vanilla Frosty. Deadly headbutt by Rittelmann there just to switch back. We've got a quick peg on. 1, 2. Oh, just one. Broken up by Shark there. Another pinfall on Dancin Lancin by Nik-Flurry to keep this thing going.
I just want to mention that while you're talking, this is actually a great team that moved to separate Frosty from Dancin Lancin by TNT. I mean, it didn't work in the long run because Frosty just taking it back to him, but that was a great way to prevent pinfall there.
Speaking of pinfalls, Rittelmann goes for one of Vanilla Frosty's right there. We just saw a strong fireman carry slam by Nik-Flurry. He's got a pin on Shark, and Fedorka took everybody down. Rittelmann slamming the head of Bill off the ground. This is getting out of control. They got 7 of the 8 men in this match in the ring. He just flipped Rittelmann over his shoulder.
Oh, somebody just got busted wide open.
I believe it's Dancin Lancin busted open Vanilla Frosty.
So much action in the ring. This match has been nothing but fast-paced and chaotic. I cannot keep up with this action in the ring.
Bill just hit the fireman carry slam and Dancin Lancin broken up with Vanilla Frosty. What a move by Vanilla
Another
Frosty.
person got busted open. Looks like Fedorka got busted open this time.
Fedorka broken open by a nice right-handed attack by TNT.
Quick bridge pinfall. Oh, broken up by Rittelmann.
Double fireman's carry by TNT to Fedorka on the outside there. Rittelmann with the roll up. And everybody was there. Song headbutt right. Another song headbutt by Vanilla Frosty. We got another superplex coming on the opposite side of the ring here on the left. From Shark to Dancin Lancin back into the ring. Big boot there by Rittelmann to TNT. We got a pinfall in the middle of the ring. No one's paying attention except for Bill. 1, 2, 3. And Bill and Shark are going to sneak away with this thing while everyone else is distracted. A Waynesburg team was successful in this match, despite the multiple counts of friendly fire.
A lot of action. It was hard. Like I said, it was hard to keep up with all this action in the ring, and it just looks like, you know, Shark found a quick advantage. He took it. Bill was there to break up any pinfall breakup that was able to come, and no one was able to break it up.
Well, it's like you said, there was chaos. So that's all there was to it. And Shark went through the pin when everyone else was distracted, and Bill was there to take away anybody who was looking to break it up. So that was nice, smart maneuvering there by these guys. It'll be interesting to see how that goes going forward.
Uzu with a very big, impressive win here tonight, and moving forward in that tag division. We got a couple more quick replays for you.
Time to show you a couple of different highlights. You can see TNT with a nice strong reversal there on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. We're going to see in this one, you see again TNT doing a fireman's carry slam. Here's Fedorka with the bottom out. Fedorka stunner there on his partner. Rittelmann with the basic drop kick there. And we got Shark with the fireman carry slam. Bill showing off his piece of strength there on Rittelmann. Then you see the nice diving headbutt there by Nik-Flurry. That resulted in a pinfall attempt that was broken up, nearly won the match. Just another feat of strength by Bill. And then here's where Shark wins it. He's sneaking away. Everybody's doing their own thing. You see Bill's circling the ring looking for someone to get in. Gets in the way of Fedorka just in time for Shark to get it. We're going to move on to our next match. This is a #1 contender match. We have one new guy and 3 guys who are have challenged for the championship before, and 2 former BWA light heavyweight champions. First guy coming to the ring, former military man, Lil Jon, currently residing in Alaska. Specializes in the mixed martial arts. He has a very dangerous triangle hold submission that you should look out for. This guy's quick, this guy's agile, he's not very big in stature, but nevertheless, Lil Jon W here.
Yeah, newcomer. I don't know much about Lil Jon. I have not had a chance to sit down and talk to this young man, but let's see if he can make a big, impactful win on his BWA debut here tonight.
BWA at the beach. Lil Jon getting a chance to get #1 contendership here. You can see already by his entrance a nice, agile, acrobatic kid, so it'll be interesting to see what he brings to the BWA lightweight division. He takes on 2 champions, and then the guy who, one of these guys actually become champion or make the championship official. But first is my partner, the other member of the Authority, the former announcer, the mouth not so far south. It's Brian.
And that's right. You know, Brian, he was a former guy on commentary with me back in the day. He decided to step away and prove that he's more than just a mouth, and he is an in-ring competitor. He hasn't had much success yet, but this could be an important victory if he's able to pull it out here tonight. And moving ahead and getting a #1 contendership match here tonight. Was able to get his way into this matchup using that mouth of his, of course. And let's see if he can take advantage of getting this opportunity tonight.
So, last time Brian had a match, we pointed out he was wearing a suit. I said that's not the attire that someone who wants to be a winner wears, and you can see he's actually wearing his wrestling gear tonight. So that's something to keep an eye on. Also, he was the man who faced Joles Bryan in that inaugural light heavyweight championship match. We can talk about that more when Joles comes to the ring. But the next man coming out, I believe, is another member of the Woo faction. It's former BWA lightweight champion Matt Bracken.
And from Harrisburg,
Mr. Amazing, as he calls himself.
That's right, Mr. Amazing, Matt Bracken, guy who's been around in the business for a while in this lightweight division, looking to make a name for himself once again. He was a former champion, if I believe so correct. His reign wasn't the longest, but definitely looking to get that title back here in the near future.
He had 2 defenses. He was the one who ended Rowdy Robbie's 186-day title reign. So it's interesting to see, you know, he has had success. It was, of course, around that time of that Woo invasion, so everybody's trying to get their feet back under them. The Woo guys have not had much momentum since that time, so it'll be interesting to see how Bracken adjusts here. Long looking for a chance to get back in that light heavyweight championship matchup. the next man coming in the ring is the man who introduced the BWA Light Heavyweight Championship. He's... I laughed because he quote-unquote stole the title belt. That's what he told me. He stole the belt. He brought it here. He said we're going to defend it here. He declared that he was the BWA Light Heavyweight Champion. And that's where I was talking about him taking on Bryan as the inaugural match. I said, I'm not a lightweight. I certainly don't look like a lightweight. But if you can defeat Bryan, I will make your title official. And nevertheless, that was back in September, actually almost 2 years now. It's back in September of 2018. And the BWA Lightweight Championship has been official ever since. So, we got 4 men in the ring here. Let's see how this match goes. 2 of these guys, based off of just what I talked about, Lil Ace, I told you about that strong triangle hold submission move there he has from his mixed martial arts background. And then, I believe, you know Joles very much better than I do, he calls it the captain's hook?
That's right. He calls it the captain's hook. It is a interesting submission hold. Basically a choke. Joles Ryan's not one of those guys that talks a whole lot. He prefers being out on his boat and kicking ass in the ring and acts of piracy. Acts of piracy is what brought this championship to our company, believe it or not. He stole the title from I don't know where, but he stole it. And he's looking to get back what he wants owned without stealing it.
This match is moving at quite an accelerated rate as everyone just seems to be flipping and flopping around this ring. A little bit earlier, we talked about the old tension between Bryan and Joles Ryan, and they started the match fight with each other. Now opponents have switched. See a nice face buster there by Bracken. Now Bracken taking it to Bryan here.
And, the face buster on the sand, that's just going to get a beard full of sand, and that's just going to actually add to the annoyance of a matchup, having sand in your face. Have you ever wrestled with sand in your face?
I have not. Maybe an old BWA at the beach pay-per-view that I'm just not remembering, but no, I don't remember ever having sand in my face.
Not a fun thing to do, wrestling with sand in your face.
We see while we were talking, there's a vicious striking combo taking place by Lil Jon down there in the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. Nice vicious knee boot to the face, and then we see a nice kip up there by Joles Ryan. Joles Ryan gonna take a chance and throw Lil Jon in the corner.
Bryan breaks up whatever was going to happen in that corner just to get some attacks in on his own.
Bryan takes Lil Jon outside of the ring, and then Bracken looks like he's inside the ring all to his lonesome. Bryan picking up Lil Jon. Nice snapmare kick there. Nice twisting neck breaker there by Bryan. He's going to go back in the ring and rejoin Matt Bracken, who's now going to get a little brain high elevation DDT there from the captain.
That's right. That's right, Bracken.
Looks like we got a bit of a comeback here by the captain.
Bracken was waiting in the ring for someone to come in the ring, and he got 2 fists straight to the face straight away. 2 different guys from 2 different angles.
Bracken went for a pinfall, but then Joles Ryan quickly got his foot underneath that rope to stay out of bounds. Nice Hurricanrana there by the captain. Bryan taking it to Lil Jon in the ropes there, but then Bracken gives a nice clothesline there to Bryan. Taking Bryan outside the ring here, and now he's taking Lil Jon outside the ring here. Oh, what do we got here? It's a tope suicida into a DDT.
That is a nice move there, taking the fight back outside the ring, but like all these matchups, you have to win inside the ring. You gotta get competitors in the ring. Got 2 in the ring now. Up, here comes 3rd.
He's just saw a nice smelling drop there to Joles Ryan, and Bracken takes another high risk move, and it doesn't pay off. Fortunately, we got pinned. 1, 2. Kick out there by Brian. I think Bracken made a left on that kick break up. But Joles Ryan now taking it to Bracken. It's a kick to his foot, kick to the chest. Nice clothesline there by Bracken. Bracken taking a moment here to get a quick taunt off. Got his eyes back on Brian. Nice clothesline there by Bracken. Another clothesline by Bracken. There's a John misses a high elevated DT, and Bracken finishes off his comeback there. Bracken's going to take clothesline to the corner here. Wasn't expecting that now, was he? And there's that triangle submission hold there by John. But Bracken was there quicker to knock it out, and this match is just going at an accelerated pace.
That's right, this high energy matchup that you expect in this lightweight division is not disappointing here tonight. Little John's trying to set something up.
Brian takes Little John to the outside of the ring. And it looks like we've got a dunk shot there by Bracken. We got a pin inside the middle of the ring. 1, 2. Joles Ryan able to kick himself out. Little John was there, but he wasn't quite quick enough to break it out himself. Brian was able to hit a nice slam there. John face busted there to Brian.
But Bracken's doing a good job in this matchup, staying in the ring, just keeping one man in the ring at a time, throwing somebody out, taking focus on another person, and pretty good strategy with one of these kind of
There's
matchups.
the captain's hook. There's the captain's hook on Bracken. Captain's hook on Bracken. Oh, the Little John was there just in time. Swift punching back in, and here's Little John trying to take advantage of that captain's hook. He gets a quick pin, but Brian was right there. Goes for a nice enziguri there, but Brian was able to dodge it. Brian's got Little John in the shoulders with a nice fireman carry slam. He picks him up, he rolls him over, and he's going to bring him down for another fireman carry slam. Can Brian win this match? Taking a quick moment to gloat there after his quick success. Got a quick close on the Brian, a quick close on the Brian, and Bracken gets a pin. Brian is so shocked that he's frozen in place. Bracken's going to wake Brian back up and give him a quick toss out of the ring here. And we see Joles Ryan taking advantage. He hits.
Taking advantage, rings to himself. He's got the ring on himself.
1, 2. No! What a close call there.
The Bracken almost stole the win. You know,
little act of piracy there, trying to win this matchup.
You know, this would be a very important win for Joles Ryan. He's a guy that, you know, only gets an opportunity every once in a while, not always in the... Oh, big backside driver there.
Oh, but he wasn't paying close enough attention because Brian was great. Ooh, nice swift hit by Joles Ryan. And he's got this ring empty again. Is he going to go?
Joles Ryan looking to set up Little John. Let's see what he's got here.
Little John played a little bit of possum there while the other attack was going on. Joles Ryan, a nice swift kick. Now he's going to rub his foot, his bare foot, in the face of the pirate. Little John just wearing the captain down for that triangle hold of his.
All 4 men are back in the ring now. Let's see what kind of action we're going to get here. Someone's going to try to take advantage. There goes a man flying outside the ring. A man's going up on top.
Saw a nice body slam by Breen, and immediately broken up by Bracken. Bracken was setting up for a big move, if I'm looking at this correctly, but Brian was able to get in the way. Brian pushes Bracken down to the ground. We got a single leg Boston crab in the middle of the ring. Little John able to break it up. These guys are moving at a furious pace. There's a lot of the action going on. Nobody's really been able to take advantage.
Smacked off the bottom buckle. Did you see that?
I guess I missed it, but it looks like he's hurting pretty bad. He's holding his head.
He got his head smashed against the bottom buckle, rolled out of the ring. That might take him out of this matchup for a while.
Brian with the belly to back suplex to get Little John back in the ring here. And we got Brian with a submission of his own. Bracken. Nice cuddle there by Bracken. Looks like we're going for... Oh, reversal. Brian's going up. Is he going to hit him with It looks like the Phoenix Splash by Breen on Bracken.
Watch over there. It's something he just did big move. Oh, Breen's got a pinfall. Broken up by everybody.
Breen too focused on the big move, not focused enough on the other guys in the match. The captain goes Breen. Gets his own fireman carry slam reversed, and Breen gonna go back on Matt Bracken here. Drop kick there by Bracken. And if Bracken wants to win this match, now's his time. We got Little John and Joles Ryan on the I was right the first time. Little John and Joles Ryan on the outside of the ring. But here comes Little John because Bracken took a second to do it. Gonna dance off the rope real quick. Falling elbow. John gets in the way. Move into a cross armbreaker. Bang down the top. No.
Quick break up by the captain there. Great veteran ring awareness to break up that submission hold there. Oh, the two submission masters are fighting it off right now. Little John's in. Oh, great reversal there.
Nice kick there by John. Nice drop kick there by John. Breen tries to sneak a pin there real quick. Hits John with a diving drop kick. Bracken trying to wake back up into this thing. And he's going for another fireman carry slam. And he's going to roll through for a second fireman carry slam. Fireman carry slam may be the word of the night. Captain Joles Ryan comes in. Breaks up the move. And what we got here? Oh, what a move by the captain. Nice running knee attack by the captain. Tornado DDT there by Little John from Breen on the other side of the ring. John got back in the corner. John and the captain working together, the submission specialists as he called them. Ooh, what a move for that arm. Everything John does so far, this is his first match, seems to be always constantly working towards getting that triangle submission to be effective.
So that's right. You know, for submission specialists, that's what you got to do. You got to wear down that affected body area, triangle holder. You know, as you know, is a arm and neck choke, and wearing down the arm so they can't break that arm free for that choke is a very great strategy by a submission specialist like that. Oh, you're brushing through his head in the middle of the ring.
While you were talking, we also missed a nice between the corner post tornado DDT by Bracken onto John. It was quite effective, but these two are still going at it.
Oh, Breen's neck is ringed up against that rope.
And here's a single leg Boston Crab by the captain. The captain trying his best to get back in this thing. And that's a reversal. Everybody's down.
Was able to pull himself against the rope to break out of that one.
Face buster there by Bracken. Bracken's gonna try to submit. Nope, never mind. Just a little quick pain move there. He's trying to add some pain, you know, just some normal stuff. Going for a quick pin after a quick neck wrench. 1, 2. No, Breen was able to kick out there.
All these guys are willing to give an inch. They're all quick. Oh, big move there. 2 big moves there. Hard to keep the action. Oh.
This is standing moonsault there by Breen as the captain throws back in the outside of the ring. And guess what? It's time for some more fireman carry slams. As Breen turned doing double fireman carry slams on Little John with Miller. 1, 2. Bracken's able to get there in time.
The ref's down. No pinfalls are gonna be able to get done by Little John because the ref is down. Won't be able to get a count or call that submission hold. Can you believe the fast pace in this match? If you guys have not slowed down since the bell has rung.
No, always something seems to be happening just as Joles Ryan hits a dive spaceman dropkick and Bracken tries to steal his finish.
John just went flying over those ropes. I didn't even see it. It was like a missile.
Bracken going for a face buster there. And now he's going to throw a submission on Joles Ryan, but Joles Ryan able to clip that foot on the back rope. Nice arm breaker there by the captain. Oh, did you see that detonation, that quick swift kick on the outside of the ring by Bryan, bringing Will John back into the ring. Bryan taking another quick second to toes real quick.
Captain Took, blocking. Bryan was paying attention. Oh, Bracken somehow able to break out of that.
Bracken had him on the rope. Bryan's going for repeating power bombs on Lil Jon. Oh, Bryan's got Lil Jon in the middle of the ring, all by himself. And what's he do? He goes for another new. Oh!
Big south driver there. Take him down south.
And down south again, and vicious DDT on that ring apron. And if you haven't heard from other wrestling promotions, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring.
That is right, and that's a spinal impact hitting your head first on nothing but wood and very little padding. That could take years off of John's fresh new career.
And speaking of fresh, I was just seeing a nice jump. Dunk shot by Bracken is what it was. Bracken in the middle of the ring all by himself, but it looks like there's some possum is being played. And, we were about to see another finally carry slam, but the captain was fortunately able to get him out of there. And we got a camel clutch here. We got a camel clutch.
Old-fashioned camel clutch.
And that's it.
That's it.
Bryan got Lil Jon to tap out, and the captain will be your new #1 contender.
The captain steals the win. That was what a great matchup, dude. From start to finish, it was just 100% high-octane offense by everybody.
The captain must have seen the DDT on the apron by Bryan because he knew exactly what to target. Not quite the same part that he targets when he does his captain stuff, so an old-school camel clutch was able to get the job done for the captain. Joles Ryan looking gonna get a shot at King Niku in the somewhat near future.
That's a very impressive win from a guy who hasn't had a lot of chances as of late. Bows to the crowd there, looking very confident going into the future here. We've got a couple quick highlights here.
So we saw a detonation kick there. We saw a nice reversal there by Joles Ryan. You see another reversal here and a nice snake smack by Bryan. You're going to see the running power slam there by Bracken. Here you get to see that tope suicida into a DDT. Then you can see Bracken's diving attempt that gets reversed there by John. John just ducked out the ray. Here's that backslide slam by Joles Ryan. Here comes that nice feint clothesline by Bracken. There's that triangle submission hold. And then finally, here's that old school camel clutch.
Yep, old school
John tap out.
Yeah, old school camel clutch. Working on that probably injured spine after a lot of head impact John took in this match. Took that DDT, diving super DDT, and the DDT on the apron, and Joles Ryan was able to steal a victory here, as Pirates do. And here's the highly anticipated matchup coming up, this grudge match of the leaders of the Assassin versus the leader of the Aces. Badass versus Ace of the Game. Oh, starting off quick here.
These guys started off the match quick inside the ring, waiting no time.
Got the filling out process here. You know, Ace of the Game trying to wear down Badass to start off the matchup. A lot of quick reversals here.
These guys didn't want to waste any time on entrances, so that this fight already started and it's going to continue inside the ring here.
That's right. The jaw jacking and everything started backstage, and these guys made their way to the ring while we were talking and going over some of the highlights of the last match. These guys said they did not want to wait They just want to beat the living hell out of each other. And that looks like what Ace is trying to do, ripping apart the announce table. Looking to use it as a weapon here.
What's this? Somebody seems to be coming to the ring. Or so it thought. It's definitely the music of the Aces. Who's that? I have no idea who that is. But whoever they are, it's a double down.
That looks, he's wearing the traditional Ace mask, or not Ace's mask and traditional garb there. I'm not really sure who that guy was, but definitely did something here to help out Ace of the Game. Ace of the Game going for a cover, using what's left of his energy. Oh, quick kick out though. I'm not really sure what just happened there. This matchup has been all over the place.
First, we skip the entrances. Not something we typically like to do here, but nevertheless, we show up. We got the screen on. You know, all of a sudden we're in the ring already. These guys are fighting each other, and then now we have interferences. But here we go. We got the grudge match of a lifetime here. Ace of the Game taking on Badass Edward. Badass Later, the SVC You Later Assassins, tag team champions, and taking on Ace of the Game. Badass Edwards looking to make a name for himself here. He came after interfered in the Aces match that was supposed to get him another world title shot, and these two have been going after each other ever since. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here. Ace appeared to have something up his sleeve because he had a guy. I have to assume it's a new member because he's wearing the Ace's garb. He had the mask on. Now we just saw him take. Oh! Saw that turnbuckle pad be taken off by Ace, and it affected immediately.
Yeah, Ace definitely using that exposed turnbuckle to his advantage there, taking the fight back to Badass Edwards here. You know, these guys have a very interesting history, like you were saying. You know, Badass seemed to have a plan in mind. He's talking about how his group of assassins is taking over, started picking a fight with one of the strongest men on the roster, one of the most feared men on the roster, Ace of the Game. Ace of the Game is a guy known for his hard-hitting style, just likes to pound people's faces in and use his environment as a weapon. Ace of the Game's been around for a long time, and someone that's been very highly regarded in this World Title division. It's interesting to see what's going to come of this whole angle here by the Assassins.
Ace of the Game, the only three-time BWA champion. Not very long reigns, but nevertheless, he's a three-time champion, so he's definitely something to be tied with, and maybe that's why he's a badass pick this moment. But
did you see that table explode on that powerbomb, Bobcat? That was impressive. Holy crap.
This is not just about winning a match. Oh, the ref is down, and then he's taking it to Ace with the pen, and then Ace is back here. Ace is fighting back here. Ace hits him with the back, and this is going to be a disqualification. As if everything else wasn't disqualifiable, but Ace is just showing it to Badass here. And that's going to be the match.
And that's something, like you said, this is not ever about actually being a match. This is just about two guys who wanted to beat each other up. You can count that here, because why was Ace not disqualified for that cheap attack by that mystery masked man of probably a new member of the Aces? I don't know what the ref just let that go, which is weird.
I think I need to have a conversation with this ref. He clearly saw the interference and thought that was fine. He saw Ace, fortunate enough this to come out. He saw Ace put Badass through a table and then thought that was fine. And then he, then decided to disqualify and end the match off of a bat. But nevertheless, we'll see how that feud goes going forward. It's time for our main event, A-Wall, getting one more shot against David Stone. No triple threat match here for him to blame things on. No ace of the game to get in his way here. A-Wall won that Summer Rumble match. And he's finally getting his singles match against David Stone. Can he bring home the BWA Championship? A-Wall, once again, a former military man, was discharged honorably after getting sick during training, but his issues are not with the military itself, but he was mocked openly by his former military men. They thought he was faking the illness, and now he holds that as resentment not only against the military but against the United States in general, and he's looking to make a name for himself. He's never been able to accomplish. He's always been towards the top of the card. He's never been able to win. Then he wins the BWA Summer Rumble match, gets his shot against David Stone, only for that to be turned into a triple threat match, right? Because of the success Ace of the Game found during that month, beating both David Stone and A-Wall. So, will be interesting to see if A-Wall, he gets one-on-one finally. Can he beat David Stone, or would David Stone take him to the woodshed again like he did in the lead-up? David Stone, BWA champion, BWA original. David Stone, a nightclub owner who decided to take matters into his own hands, doing some. He didn't have a bouncer, so he took it into his own hands, and now he's become a wrestler full time. Fun-loving guy, fast-paced guy. Not what I expected to be our champion, but you can never underestimate anybody in this business. So
that's right. Let me just tell you something about David Stone. You know, he's one of those guys that, you know, like you said, you wouldn't expect to be so high profile, so successful, but you know, he's been training for a very long time. You know, he used his nightclub as a training facility. He started his business a long time ago when he opened up his nightclub. He had matchups, but let's get down to the introductions here.
Introducing the challenger from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing in at 250 pounds,
home game here for A-Wall. And that's why the crowd seems to be on his side.
Introducing the champion from the South Side, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the heavyweight champion, Flyboy David Stone.
We have had 12 reigns with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different champions. One reign by Tsunami to start the company for over 500 days. Can A-Wall become that 9th champion? And the match has begun. And David Stone takes it to A-Wall quickly with the Tornado DDT. Did you have anything else you wanted to finish on your comment about David Stone while the match gets going here?
Yeah, so like I was saying, like I've known David Stone for a long time. A lot of people don't know a whole lot about this guy. He's one of those guys that has no fear. He loves to go skydiving, bungee jumping, just any high limits, no fear activities you can think of. That's something that he engages in. And like I was saying, he's been training for a very long time. He used his nightclub as a stepping stone to make it into the wrestling business, and he came in with guys in the likes of Dancin Lancin, who also trained out of that same school that David Stone opened up in his nightclub.
So the Dancin Lancin, David Stone, I believe Vanilla Frosty also out of that school. All major part of this BWA experience and BWA startup. So now David Stone is another one of these guys. He kept finding near success towards the top, and then finally he became the BWA champion thanks to winning the BWA Rising ladder match to get himself the Money in the Bank style contract. He defeated Ace of the Game. And then defended against Ace of the Game. Then Ace defeated him back, and he defeated Ace back. So those guys fought back and forth for a long time. But thanks to the win of the triple threat match at BWA Mania, and thanks to an outside interference by Badass, Ace, David Stone was able to select his opponent here for BWA at the beach, as it was just a 2-week turnaround. And he chose A-Wall, who he demolished the week before on Friday Night Fights. So let's see if A-Wall can, reverse his fate here.
Yeah, just going off that, A-Wall has a lot to prove here, Like we were saying, he won that BWA Rumble, and then ever since, he just kind of hasn't been able to build off of that momentum. He's a guy, he's a guy that's been around for a while, and trying to get to this pinnacle of the World Heavyweight title in this business, and just hasn't had the success that you would expect from somebody who won our Rumble match to have.
He goes for a double knee strike there with David Stone. Vicious elbow attack by A-Wall, only to get reversed up by David Stone. David Stone hyping up the crowd here in Virginia Beach. Goes up and a dark eye. 1, 2. Kick out there by A-Wall.
So A-Wall's not going to let that be the end of the matchup. He's still got a lot left in the tank and a lot to prove. This guy is a strong guy. He's not going to go down without a fight.
Nice jumping hurricanrana there by David Stone. David Stone picking up A-Wall and gets him with a nice clothesline. And now another clothesline. He's going to duck him and get a nice swift super kick there by David Stone. David Stone is going up.
David Stone using that high-flying, no-fear style. Guy that's always looking to make a fight, always looking to take it to the next level in a matchup.
David Stone wasn't seeing A-Wall getting up, so he jumped off the top rope there. And there's another dark eye. Can this be it? 1, 2, go! So close. A-Wall, if he wants to be champion, if he wants to be in this main event division, he's going to need to turn around right now. What a super kick.
That's right. A-Wall is also one of those guys that has tried everything to be a success. He was a tag team with Salt for a while. He tried his weight in the Steel City reigns there, and he just wants to be at the top of the card. He wants to be talked about. He wants to prove a point, and he's trying to finally prove that point in this division. He won when everyone thought he couldn't. And he's trying to do that again here tonight. People are not giving him the benefit of being in this matchup, saying he was handpicked because he was not able to beat David Stone in the past. Oh, big move there.
Downward spiral by David Stone, by A-Wall. He was able to cut David Stone open, but he was not able to win the match, and he's frustrated about it. Everyone thought that Shawn Edwards was going to win the Summer Rumble. Shawn was in there for a long time. Shawn was near the top of the card and couldn't finish, and then A-Wall upset him. But A-Wall, unlike Shawn, has not been able to capitalize. So it's going to be interesting to see if he can get it done here. I mean, the clock is ticking on his Cinderella story. He got pinned. 1, 2, not good enough.
Right, like we talked about earlier, it was his lack of success after winning that big Rumble matchup that caused him to not have his one-on-one at BWA Mania, not have his one-on-one moment to shine. He had lost that opportunity because he let a man like the ace of the game come into his title. He has no excuses tonight. He has no excuses to not win this matchup.
Nice elbow drop there by A-Wall.
And wouldn't that be something if A-Wall could finally reach that top in his hometown of Virginia Beach?
It would. You could throw it in the dictionary as the outcome that you want from the Cinderella story, because that's just all that will be there to it. Nice kick there by David Stone. He's going to pep up here for a quick 360 splash there. 1, 2, kick out there by A-Wall.
A-Wall is not going to lose in his hometown. He is not letting this opportunity slip away from him. This is the opportunity he's dreamed of since
Dark Eye number 3.
Oh, 3 Dark Eye. I don't know if you can
2, 3, that's it.
That's it.
Drink the pumpkin, the Cinderella story is over. David Stone is still your BWA champion.
Let's watch some of that matchup again. You know, A-Wall, you have to give him a lot of credit. He kept fighting, kept taking out, had to take 3 of them Dark Eyes just to put him away, but he did not have what it took to finally reach that mountaintop. And like you said, the Cinderella story comes to an end here. It is not his fairy tale ending here tonight.
No glass slipper. He gets caught 1 downward spiral. Cuts open David Stone first, but just like the rest of his career, unable to capture.
That's right, fell short, and we have great title defense by David Stone, and here we have it. Couple big moves here to end that matchup with jumping, jumping 360. Did not quite put him away, and then finished him off with that 3rd black eye. And here we have it, and still the BWA champion, David Stone.
That's everything. That's it for our show tonight, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us, and continue to follow BWA on Instagram, on Twitter, and subscribe here on YouTube. We'll see you again in our next pay-per-view coming up, the BWA Family Reunion. I am Bobcat. This is Owen Hunter, and have a great day, night, whenever you're watching.